The future of the automobile industry? Well, it may be too soon to tell because right now, federal officials are investigating Tesla's full self-driving feature, also known as FSD. This software rolled out in 2020 and it includes features like self-parking, auto lane changes, and traffic navigations. The National Highway Traffic Safety Administration's investigation comes after at least 4 reported crashes happened while drivers used this software, one of which left a pedestrian dead. So what does all this mean? Well, tonight we are going to break it down into 3 things that you need to know. Thing 1, why is this feature under investigation? Well, as we said, this new investigation comes after those 4 crashes involving Teslas that were using FSD. One pedestrian was killed, another person was hurt. Each incident happened due to visibility issues like fog or sun glare. NHTSA says the crashes were caused by failure of the system engineering controls to react appropriately to reduced roadway visibility conditions. And this isn't the first time the self-driving software has come under fire. In February of last year, there was a recall for the 360,000 plus Teslas on the road with this software. In December, Tesla recalled about 2 million of its vehicles due to safety issues with its autopilot system. Thing 2, may be a large misconception for drivers in all of this. It's called self-driving, but you can't just turn it off and zone it out. It's designed to function with driver supervision. Drivers are supposed to be alert and ready to go while using the software. FSD requires you to stay in the driver's seat while in use. And even on Tesla's website, you see this warning saying that driver intervention may be needed at any time while using the self-driving software. All right, finally, thing 3 for you tonight. Does this impact every Tesla on the road? The answer to that, no, because every vehicle doesn't have this software. Teslas come with advanced hardware that can be upgraded with software to provide self-driving capabilities. That upgrade is sort of like a subscription. You pay a monthly fee for the software upgrade, so you have to purchase it to get it. If you're concerned about your vehicle or your software, you can contact the manufacturer or talk with a nearby service center. There's at least 2 Tesla service centers here in Charlotte. Coming up next here on Your Side Tonight.